Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to review the Vodafone Smart 4. This is a 838N number. We don't know who is the brand, the exact brand, because it's a mobile phone made by between Vodafone and Google that we will see later on. The smartphone is is not heavy, it's light practically, and it's made in plastic in this white and black. As we can see on the back side we have the camera, the flash. At the top we have the microphone for noise cancelling. We have the logos for Google and Vodafone, and the bottom we have the bar for the speaker sounds. So this is a 4.5 inches. There is three models: Vodafone Smart Mini, Vodafone 4, and the Vodafone Smart 4G. There are different. So here we have on the top the jack connectors for the earphones, and also to the left side we have the micro USB connectors to use it to charge the phone or to connect it to PC. Here at the left, as we can see, it has the volume rockers on the top, and on the bottom it's quite hard to see from this image, but we have like a small hole just around the bottom of the phone to take out or remove the cover to access to the battery, the SIM, and the SD card that we will see later. So at the bottom we have the hole for the microphone just at the right side. It's also quite hard to see from this image, so it's just around the bottom, the corner. So here on the right side we can see the only one we have is the lock and lock button and turn on and turn off button as well. It's the same for 4 users. So now I'm gonna try to remove the cover to access the battery and show you how to do it. So it's basically look for the hole and you must remove it. It is plastic bag, so it doesn't feel like high quality, but it's easy to remove and to put it. As we can see here, we have the NFC tag to use it for the NFC services later on. So now we have the micro SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot as well, with the battery that is removable battery, so you can replace it in a few times for a new one. So this way you will have a better performance of the smartphone. So the screen is the 4.5 inches screen. It is not a high resolution screen. That is 480 about 800 pixels approximately. You have the better description on the comments below. You have the link with all the specs of the phone. So it is the quality of the screen. It is good. It is not outstanding. It's not like the high smartphones they are selling nowadays. It's just medium lower gamma of smartphones. So as we can see, this is quite plasticky. It doesn't feel like extremely cheaper, but neither are high quality materials. So this is light phone for the 4.5 inches display that has. It is nice and attractive to see. It is black and white, but you can replace the cover for a black one, and you can have completely black black phone. So now as we turn on I'm gonna lock the screen first. So as we can see here, as I showed before about the resolution display, it's not the best. I'm sorry about the reflection of the window. So it's basically you have here the stock Android 4.4.2. That's one of the advantages of this phone, that it comes with the dual core processor with the 512 megabytes of RAM and the 4.4.2 Android KitKat. So that means the system, as you can see through the apps, is going quite smooth between the animations from one menu to the other one. So now I'm going to show you at the bottom of the menus that we are using 4.4.2 KitKat version. So that's the one which came by default from the factory. That's a good and interesting thing. Despite that we doesn't know if Vodafone in that case will update it for the new versions when they came. So we are not sure about that, but we can promise that despite there is a free contract phone, it is quite nice to use it and to hold it in your hands. So as we see that it's quite fluid between the animations of the menus, and as we try for the Explorer or for in this case the Chrome to look for the internet, we realize that if you're looking information, you try to see pictures, this is work smoothly. And if you try to check for something that contains flash or is a web page that contains a heavy amount of pictures, then you will see that the performance of the phone will be decreased. So we have many of the apps already installed because this is my mom phone. So we have also have the choices of the menus as a standard Android phone. So we have a regular keyboard installed with the services of Google, of course. That's because it's the Google device as well, apart from the Vodafone collaborations. So we can move around all the icons on the screen. It is quite changeable, so you can adjust yourself. So the camera, as you see, it's open, not extremely fast, but it opens. I remind you that it's a 5 megapixel camera. So this camera is just in case you want to take some pictures at the right moment, or just to post it later on the Facebook. But it's not to take it like I'm gonna do a trip. I'm gonna take my camera to do more than 5 pictures at the time. So it's not worth it. So as we see, I'm just trying to open as many applications as I can to see how fluid it is to charge on the screens and to go through the app. So in this case, we're using the Google Play Store. So we can see we go through menus and we see that how fluid it is. So also we will try to open maps. Basically, to have an idea, all the apps I'm using now, plus the Chrome, the WhatsApp, the Google Maps, those are the mainly apps that you can use with this phone on the daily basis. That means that they will work good on these applications. I don't suggest to try to play some games. It's not made for this purpose in that case. So it's more like a standard phone to make calls, to receive message, and to use it for the five main apps like this one. This is the light. Then as we saw the other ones. So if you only use the phone for these purposes, this phone will work great up to your expectations the whole time. If you try to overload the phone with many of apps, even if those are play games or games or any other apps that need high performance, then you will see that despite the memory is not huge memory to storage a lot of information and also on apps, you will realize that this will become a slower phone and sometimes will be exasperating and needed to change for a new one. So I highly recommend this phone for the persons who are only using it to make calls, to receive calls, to make some, to send some SMS or also receive those, and to use it for the WhatsApps or other kind of apps for communications, also for Chrome or for browse on the internet, as well Google Maps, Gmail, or any mail account on YouTube as well. So if you go further than these apps, it's basically it won't work well and it cannot rely on the performance that it's gonna be great performance. So we've seen that once you unpack the phone and you set up, it came with a whole of a lot of apps that mostly all of them they are came by default installed, but you're not gonna use it. Some of them are you have the option to remove the apps from the phone, some others not because they came with the system and with the collaboration between the Google and Vodafone. So as we've seen on the top, we have Vodafone information and Google services for search with the voice. So at the beginning, when I unboxed this phone and I set up, it came a whole of a lot of applications. Some of them I was able to remove it, some others not. Still, as you see now, still there. So I don't know how, but I can not create a folders to put the all the apps inside. I don't know how to do it in this phone.